we're gonna start a new piece, and this time I want to use blue colors. It looks like I'm gonna use the red, but in reality I'm mixing all the three colors to my burnt umber. We did that before, but in case you don't have any left, what we did was we took premium burnt umber, which I couldn't find my tube, and I think it was because it was empty. These are almost gone too. So I'm gonna take premium burnt umber, and I added a tiny bit of cadmium orange hue, ultramarine blue to make it dark, and Pyrrole red. Let me see. Let me zoom this to you. So these were the colors that I added to the brown, and I did this wonderful brown color. Okay, so this painting is all about blue, but I want to add a touch of copper, so I'm gonna add metallic colors. I notice if you add colors that are different, then you get more cells. For example, if you add metallics and opaque colors, since the metallics are the consistency of the metallics is different from the others, you get the cells, I think. I'm also testing a theory from last time, because last time when I did this, I got a lot of cells, but I want to test that with you, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I did in this video. But let's just talk about colors. We have titanium, white, Americana. All the colors that we're using today are DecoArt Colors. And we have Dazzling Metallics and Oyster Pearl and Warm Penny. Then we also have multi-surface satin, Waterfront, and this is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I'm going to show it to you how pretty that color is. Okay, so we have also Laguna, which is also a very beautiful color. Laguna. And I have to mix this because it was pre-mixed. And we have Aquamarine and Saphire, and these are metallic colors, and they're new colors. They're called Extreme Sheen colors. In case you have not watched my previous videos, maybe you should watch them. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I am doing. I measure these cups that I get from Amazon, and I put the link underneath. And I measure 1 part of paint, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 parts of the Floetrol. Today I'm going to use Floetrol. So 1 part of paint, and 1, 2, 3, 4 parts of Floetrol. And when you do that, I don't know if you can see it, but you will be able to see the mark when you're filling it, because they're not too opaque. Okay. So here comes my experiment. I'm going to put the alcohol in all of those cups. And I'm going to use a dropper. Oops, I'm not going to put in the white. Okay, all of them have alcohol. I'm gonna mix them. This is an experiment. I don't know what is gonna happen. This is not flowing as it should, so I'm gonna put a tiny bit more. of the alcohol. Okay. I'm just mixing. I think the blue needs a tiny bit more. So instead of putting water, I am putting alcohol. Okay. And you know what? I reuse all the sticks. Okay, one more. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare my dirty cup, but I'm gonna let it sit for a while, and I'm gonna take my time. So I'm gonna put first the white, and I'm gonna put this blue. Let it react in there. I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's see. It's not too... That's okay. Some of them are gonna be more liquid than others. I think that's gonna help. And this is the Oyster metal color. The Oyster, it's a different color. Instead of having all white, it's a warm white. So let's put this in here. This start with the metallic colors. I think this is called Aquamarine. And this one is called Saphire. Oops, I forgot I was gonna put a squirt of these. I was gonna mix it a tiny bit and leave it. I was gonna do it before and I forgot. So let's put the Saphire. Gonna let this sitting a while in there. Making a big experiment in here. I hope this is going to work for us. Let it react in there before I start putting the other gold colors. Okay, let's put the copper and the burnt umber. Gonna do another squirt in here, and that's gonna be the last squirt I'm gonna do. And when you do that, the white, I'm gonna put more of the colors. This is Waterfront, Laguna, and the beautiful pearl color. The Extreme Sheen's Aquamarine. A tiny drop in there. Oops. I'm experimenting. This is the Saphire, Extreme Sheen Saphire and Dazzling Metallic Copper. Beautiful copper color. Let's put more of the brown. I put a drop in the brown and I'm gonna mix it a tiny bit and then put it here. So, you know, I'm doing an experiment. Mixing here, we have alcohol and we have the lubricant, and I put in the lubricant directly into the dirty pour, directly into the cup. I don't know if that's a good way to do it. I'm just making an experiment. Okay, so now I'm gonna start taking whatever is left from the cup. I don't want to waste any paints. That was white. And this is the Waterfront, the beautiful Waterfront. And Laguna have too much, so I'm just gonna put a tiny bit in here. And maybe put the rest in the cup. Okay, and this one has also too much left. This is the Oyster. It's already making designs in here. I'm seeing already designs in here. So let's put these. That was the Saphire, and this is the Aquamarine, and this is the Saphire. Okay, let's do the copper. And the brown. And the remainder, I'm going to put it in the cups because I have enough. So now, this is very important. I'm going to leave this for a few minutes. I think this is important for my experiment because I don't know if this is going to work. For my experiment, it is important to leave that cup sitting there for a while in there, making whatever she wants to make. Have you seen after you have finished your pour, whatever have dropped in the tray, have you seen the beautiful design that forms in there? Because it had been there for a while and then it started making all those cells. So sometimes what happens, I think, and this is my theory, I think it is that you pour the cup and then you move it from the canvas and you do not let it react and start forming the cells. And so to avoid that, I'm trying to see if that's gonna move it, help it a tiny bit in there. To avoid that, I think if you let it sit for a while, the cup, then when you, I've seen the silicone and I want it to combine in there. So if you leave this to make all the work in here, when you pour it, you're gonna see you're gonna start seeing the cells right away, and then you don't lose them, because I think you have the cells at the beginning and you pour them. That's my theory. I don't know if it's true. So I'm gonna leave it in there for a few minutes. May add one more to go. And okay, so I'm gonna start putting, the colors back in the cup while these have time to play in there. So let's see what I have left in here. I have I will put you on pause. I put a tiny bit of this white again, the oyster. Okay. Go play. Okay. Warm penny. I'm just gonna put some of what I have in there. I think I left it to play enough in the cup. Let's see if the alcohol was not fighting with the with the alcohol. Well, maybe we want them to fight, that way the cells raise up. Okay, well, we hope we get a very good pour. And one thing that I have to tell you that I think is also very important, and these are a series because I am just starting. I started last weekend, so I've been doing this only for a week, and I decided to video all my pours so that I can refer to what I did and help others if they need help. So another theory of mine is that you pour, you have things going on in here and you pour them out of the canvas and you lose everything. So my theory is that you have to see what comes and play with that. Okay, so let's leave it in there for a few seconds more so it goes down and it starts making those silicone cells. Let's see what we're gonna. It's very pretty. The colors are very pretty. So we'll see. Now I'm gonna leave it in here, standing in here for a few minutes to see if the cell starts forming. Let's see, silicone and alcohol. I'm going to help it a tiny bit with this. You see what happened in there? Let me pull closer. Trying to start forming some in there. So I'm just gonna blow it. To help it. Gonna pull it back. These are very beautiful colors. See what comes from there. Maybe if I push this white, if I push this white over there, it can form something in there. And if I push this white over there, it can form something in there. Okay, so I'm gonna start moving. And I think I wanna leave this organic. Very different shape, a different shape. So what I'm gonna do, let's see, I'm gonna put this in here. But I want to, let's see, instead of putting white around, I may use the Waterfront. Oopsie daisy. So sometimes you put white around. Instead of doing that, I'm gonna put this beautiful color just to make it different. This is the Waterfront. Because this board is all about blue. I'm getting a lot of cells. Put some paint. So I'm gonna help it move. And when I put my head I don't want to put my head in the camera. Okay, so sales are coming. It has a lot of interest. It's different. I don't know if you like it, but I like it. And it was an experiment, and I think it was a good experiment. Next time, I'm not gonna use both the silicone and the alcohol. I'm gonna do another test with just the silicone. See, I'm doing all these tests to help you at the same time that I'm learning. I'm telling you what I'm doing. So I hope you like it. I'm gonna fill in with this beautiful green color, whatever is left on the canvas. I don't want it to move anymore. So thank you for joining me. Have a good day.